Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Once again, Miguel Medina, my guy Jim Biringer. Um, so Jim, these white home jerseys coming back again, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk around the National Hockey League that the NHL is looking to potentially go back to the home whites, maybe for this season, maybe for upcoming seasons. We see teams wear their white jerseys every now and then. We see it, if it's a special occasion. The Devils have done it with the whites, and it just looks so clean. The NHL, prior to the 2003-2004 NHL season, that was right before the lockout, changed to having the colored jerseys, the road jerseys at home. And that was the year that after the Devils won the Stanley Cup. By the way, go check that video out. We talk about it here on the Journal. So guys, go check that one out if you haven't seen it. And, to me, I'd love to see the road teams wear, like Toronto wears blue. You have Chicago wearing the reds, seeing that. And now we're just continuing seeing the road whites. It's just not fun. And the AHL's experimented with this, with the home team wearing white for half the year and wearing their road jerseys for half the year at home as well. So I think I'd like to see the home whites come back.
I'm all with that as well. When I started watching sports, I remember seeing, even in the NBA, white jerseys they will wear at home, and then I see this transformation of road jerseys being worn at home, and it just looks retarded to me. That's just my opinion. But the fact that they're bringing this back, I think is great for the NHL. And yes, it happened right after the Devils won the 2003 Stanley Cup, and in Game 7 they were wearing the white jersey when they won in Game 7. So for those of you, we spoke about it on this channel. I probably will have it on the corner of this video at the end of the video. And also, go YouTube it. It's right there. It's right there. So, but I'm all with this. So I'm glad they're going this route, because it just doesn't make any sense to me to have, wear these road alternate jerseys when they're playing at home. They should just keep that when they're on the visiting side.
Well, and it's like you want to see the different teams' colors, right? When they come in, right? You want to see the Ranger blue when you're a New Jersey fan. You want to see that. You want to see Chicago. You want to see the blue, black, and rouge, the Montreal Canadiens road jersey when they come to wherever they're going, to the Garden or Maple Leaf Gardens or whatever. You want to see that those colors come in. You don't always just want to see generic white with the logo. It gets boring after a while. It's the same thing we hear all the time. So it's going to be interesting to see which route they go to. But to me, it was weird seeing, because I was at opening night for the Devils in 2003 when they lifted the banner. And to see them come out wearing the road reds, it was like, wow, this is really weird after I just saw them win the Stanley Cup in Game 7.
Since they will be bringing this back, this is not a right or wrong answer. How long do you think they will keep that new change intact?
Depends on how much money they make from it, because that's the reason why the home teams wear the colors at home. They wear their road alternate jerseys at home because it sells better than the white jersey. But you could still buy it. It doesn't matter. I think they'll try to go half the year. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to be for this season, but there's talk about them doing it. And you've seen teams clearly do it throughout the year. I know the Devils did it when they played Philadelphia this past year when they were celebrating one of their Stanley Cups. They wore home white, and then Philly wore the colors that they normally wear on the road, and it was really cool to see. Anytime that happens, I'm just like, oh, this is so good, because it just brings me back to when I started watching hockey. Just see the home whites. It's so fresh. I know there was a time in the 60s and 70s where the home teams would do it, wear their road colors. But when they made the switch to home whites, it was like, this is great. This is what it's supposed to be. You wear your home whites, and then you wear your road jersey, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But again, it was so weird seeing Tampa wear the road jersey at home and win the cup. And it's just so weird to see that. I'd just rather see the home whites in my opinion.
How many Devils jerseys do you own in your crib?
Do practice jerseys count?
Yes.
I would probably say 8.
Jesus. Do you know all the names by heart?
Let's see. I have a Brodeur one. I have an Elias one that was gifted to me that's signed that I don't wear. So I don't wear that one. I have a Kirk Muller Devils jersey, and I have a Patrick Elias All-Star jersey that I bought because I just love Patrick Elias. He's my guy. And then I have both Christmas colors, home and road, and I have the red and black home and road plus a couple practice jerseys.
You, my friend, are a true Devils fan. I wasn't even expecting close to 8. Never expected him to say, but hey, shout out to Patrick Elias. I mean, I'm a Rangers fan, but like I told you before, when I started watching hockey, he was my favorite Devils player, and to this day he is. But when you went to see them raise up the banner, do you wear a jersey? Do you remember the attire that you had on?
Yeah, I had the Devils white jersey because that's what they wore when they won the cup. That jersey, by the way, that jersey's had modifications over the years. The CCM Devils jersey, it's got the 25th anniversary patch on one side, and it's got the John McMullen and Pat Burns memorial patches on the other side. So that one's seen some modifications, but it has no number or name on the back of it. It's just a blank white home jersey, but it's CCM, and those are my favorite.
Final question. What Devils game this upcoming regular season that you want to see up close at the Prudential Center? Against who? I want to know against who.
I always like to see Matthews come in. I always like to see McDavid, but I think the Penguins matchup this year is going to be intriguing just because of the Erik Karlsson trade that just happened on Sunday. I think to see what those guys look like, and if when Getzel gets healthy, to see them up close, to see those guys do it, Letang, Malkin, all those guys together, I think that would be fun.
The Prudential Center, I've passed by, but like I told you before, I haven't seen a Devils game there. So I'm going to look at their schedule to see which one, but that one that does sound intriguing against Pittsburgh. I mean, Sidney Crosby, Jay Gensel, and then you have Karlsson there against this, Devils team that clearly they're on the rise and they're making off-season moves. I think that one could be it. That one could be it for my first trip to Prudential Center.
Yeah, that'd be a great matchup. Like I said, I always like to see when Matthews comes into town. Maybe the Sens too. McDavid, always want to see McDavid, McKinnon, guys like that. But I think I got to circle Pittsburgh this year just because of the moves they made. I think it's going to be intriguing, those games. And, obviously Devils Rangers are always fun to go to. But, I mean, those always give me heart attacks. So I usually just stay at home. But I think Pittsburgh for me, I think this year, I mean, again, I always like to see the big stars play. But Pittsburgh in the division this year is going to be fun.